Okay, as promised, I have got the G4 in the workshop. There's some people who want some more Disco 3 love out there, so hopefully we're going to get that going. I've got a bit of a road trip planned for a couple of weeks, and I'm wondering if I can get this all sorted within a couple of weeks. So I'll try, but we've obviously got to keep selling car parts and running the website and everything. But right, so we've got it all in. We've got our new wheels on, and they are super lush. I love the wheels. We're going to start, I'm going to whip the interior, I just whip the seats out and start clearing up inside, get it all cleaned up. It's not too bad. I'm debating whether to put the leather seats I took out of the black Discovery 3 in here when I upgraded them from the beige to the black interior. But actually, these cloth ones, they're not disgusting. We've done a little general maintenance. We started to sort of lubricate the door hinges, but I'll get all that cleaned up. We've got a battery drain issue. It's draining the battery whenever we leave it. So I'm wondering about putting one of those battery kill switches. Also, if we're going to use it off-road, it's a bit of a safety thing. The cars here do get parked up a lot, so being able to turn the battery off might be a good thing. We'll look at that. Right, what else? We're going to do the cam belt. We've got to do the oil, change the oil and change the filters, change the fuel filter, do that. Gas struts. Yeah, you may notice I've got a box here. We need to put some gas struts. I think we've done that video anyway, so we need to replace these. Always worth doing whenever you get him. That one doesn't seem to have any tension on him at all. Always worth doing when you get a new car. You buy a new car, just spend the money and get gas struts on the front and rear, and everything will zoop, open lovely. Right, what headlights have we got in here? Have we got halogen headlight? Oh, I might have to upgrade those. Either put some xenons in there, or actually, I think we might try putting one of our LED headlight upgrade kits on there. Which, yeah, because you'll notice this one hasn't got the headlight washers in the bumper. So if I do put the LEDs or xenons, you're supposed to have headlight washers. I'm not convinced on that, but yeah, because this is the base model, that's one thing you'll notice. We haven't got the headlight washers, we've got base headlights. Leaving all the winch, leaving all that for the minute. Right, well, we'll do a video. We are just going through, we are upgrading the front brakes from the standard Disco 3 to the 6-pot Brembos off the crazy Range Rover Sport. So I haven't got it all set up. I'll do a video on this, but you can see the difference in diameter between the brakes. Look at that. And then we'll go for a look at the state of this. So I just thought I'm going to change all this out, and if I'm going to change it, I'm going to put the best stuff on. So you can see that's the rusty old slidey caliper, and woof. I'm going to be driving this. We're going 6 pots, the big disc, right? So, and I've also started on the rear. So this is the rear. The rear discs are actually quite good, but you can see the rear housing there is all rusted out. That's the rear brakes, and the rear handbrake module's gone. So I'm debating whether to put a new rear handbrake module on, or to go to my conversion kit that I've sort of worked out nearly, to go straight to the handbrake on rear caliper thing. I think I'll probably try and go for the handbrake on rear caliper. These side steps, these are rusty. This corner gets a bit dingy in the workshop. Let me grab the torch. So what are we doing? These side steps on here, I mean, they're not very good anyway at the best of times, and they're starting to get a bit rusty. And if you actually look underneath, they're actually not as bad at the front, but the further to the rear you go, they get rustier and rustier. So I think I'm gonna have to saw them off. I'll have a go at getting them off, but it all looks so rusty, I'm not sure. Underneath, I've had a look under it. It looks a bit rusty, but it's mainly surface rust. I can't see anything too bad, and it all looks straight. So that's not looking too bad, but yeah, we'll get those side steps off, and I've got the solid rock sliders to go on. So we'll do a video fitting the solid seal rock sliders on. So rear, so I've taken the rear hub off. Oh, there we go. Everyone likes it when I get a phone call in the middle. Right, let me take this. Actually, let me see who it is first. Oh, better go. I'm back. Sorry about that. Right, so I decided on this side to remove the whole hub because, as you saw, the brake back plate. And actually, it's dead easy. It's not too tricky at all. I'm almost wondering if you were going to have to do the whole rear brakes, it's almost easier to whip out the... Because you've just got one bolt at the bottom here, and I'm going to get my light sorted. We'll do... Because you've got one bolt at the bottom that goes through here, and you've got one bolt at the top that goes through there, and the side thing, here, the stay bar, and you undo the nut, and it all just came off. It only took me less than half an hour to get the whole thing off. So I wondered if you were fixing this on a drive and you had something to do on the brakes, it's almost easier to come out, whip that off. The caliper's just hanging in there, so I haven't even disconnected the hydraulics. And you can have all that off and fix it up in your shed. Again, the back looks a little bit rusty, but there's no sign of any rust gone all the way through. It's obviously caked in mud, but again, that's not uncommon. Right, let's have a look. So, the trouble is he's cut the handbrake module. So, for those of you that don't know, in there is a handbrake module, and it sits in right in behind in there. And the only way to get to it is you've got to take your spare wheel off. Sorry, this isn't the best video, but bear with me. So you've got to take your spare wheel off. So there's your spare wheel hanger coming down there. I wonder if I get it right. And that, behind that metal plate at the back there, I'm trying to work out where my camera's pointing. There's it there. Behind that plate at the back, that is where we have got the, in behind there, yeah. That is where we've got the handbrake module. Now, getting the nuts off to that, they rust in the chassis. There's some little bolts in there. So we're going to have to cut that off and have a look at that. But we'll get all this cleaned up. We'll have a look. It's all looking straight. So lots of videos to come, so keep watching. And we'll get this disco, see if we can get this disco on the road in the next couple of weeks. Gearbox oil we've got to do. Transfer box, and then we'll get it all ready. I was contemplating changing the spare wheel winch, but it's already got the anti-theft type on it. You can see there it's got the cylinder on there, and it all looks quite new. So no need to do that. But there we go. Keep watching. See you soon.